Yo, 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 good morning, good evening, or good afternoon to wherever you are in the world. It's your girl, Laquana McIntyre. I am successful too. You're watching The Road to Success. We talk a lot about it. Oh, God, that's a tongue twister, okay? We talk a lot about personal growth, mindset, relationships, you name it. That's what we talking about over here, y'all. So welcome to a new video, guys. I am excited about the topic that we will be talking about today, y'all. This is one of those topics that's one of them ones, like for real, like it's one of the ones, y'all. I feel like that a lot of people talk about this, okay? And this is just something that I need to put you on game about, because I think a lot of y'all not realizing why you not getting callbacks after the first dates, or why your relationship is going sour and you don't even know why. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it. Let's talk about being real, REAL, versus too much. Okay, let's talk about navigating privacy in your love life. Okay, this is something I feel like a lot of people don't want to talk about, because when it comes to your love life and privacy, most people, when it comes to privacy and your love life, most people automatically don't think of those two words in the same sentence when it comes to whoever it is that you're pursuing or that you're in a relationship with or whatever, because you feel like, okay, if this is my entrusted partner or someone I'm pursuing, then I should be open and candid to them, right? I should be able to tell them what's on my mind. I should be able to tell them what I got going on. Yes, you should, true enough. But I'm going to talk about when you're doing too much. When you're doing too much. And trust me, I've done too much. That's why I feel so passionate about this topic, because I've done too much, y'all. And because I've done too much, it is times where I haven't gotten a call back. Okay? Let's just be clear. Like, yes, in my lifetime, I've done too much. So let's definitely talk about it. Now, first and foremost, I don't want to touch on marriage, y'all. I don't really talk about marriage because I've never been married. And so I can't really speak on that aspect. When you become married, I would assume you would still want some privacy. Okay, let's just be clear. But with the what I'm talking about today is not necessarily getting privacy as far as like separating yourself and getting that a long time. Y'all, I'm talking about information. Okay, this is what I'm talking about, information. So this is going to mainly apply, especially in the beginning when you have first started dating someone. So the early stages of your relationship. This is where this matters the most, y'all. Now, what do I mean when I talk about being real versus too much? There are certain things that you would like to keep to yourself, y'all. Especially if you are a lady or if you are a woman or whatever. And that is because, y'all, you don't realize this, but based off of some of the stuff that you tell that person that you're pursuing or that's courting you, they will basically hold that against you, okay? They will hold it in, hold it against you, later down the line, throw it up in your face, depending on what the information is, okay? So, let me tell y'all this real quick. So, I had a very wise friend, okay? And I love him to death because he gives me really valuable information. He know that I'm in these dating streets, and he know that I am a very honest individual, and I don't look to sugarcoat much. But he told me, I'm gonna be honest, sometimes you have to lie to these ninjas, okay? You gotta lie to these ninjas. Now, we don't want to actually say tell them a blatant lie. No, we're not saying that. But sometimes you want to leave stuff to the imagination and let a person think what they want to think, okay? So, again, let's talk about some things that could be too much. We already know what keeping it real could be. Keeping it real, you know, there's some nuances, whatever, but too much, that's what I really want to tap into today, okay? Number one, y'all, too much could be talking about your sex life. Yes, talking about your sex life, okay? Now, I don't recommend talking about your sex life anyways when you have first met someone. I don't recommend that because, I mean, that's going to open doors to a lot of chaos, especially if you're a woman who does not want to have sex with this man and you're waiting for marriage or you're celibate. Please don't talk about sex, girl. Don't talk about it, okay? You don't need to be talking about sex first and foremost. But second of all, there are women out here who are and men, let's just be clear, and men that are going into detail about how many partners they've had. They're talking about the different positions that they enjoy. They're talking about all of the sexcapades they've had, okay? Listen, that is okay depending on who you're talking to. But I'm going to recommend to stay away from it. Because although that man or woman you're talking to may be getting excited about it, they're like, oh, I'm enjoying this conversation. Guess what? When they get into an actual relationship with you, they're going to think about, God forbid, those 50 partners that you said you had, okay? They're going to think about how you said once upon a time you went overseas to Puerto Rico and you had sex with every man that you could, or you had sex with every woman that you could, or how you paid for sex and you used to buy you know, sex. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, when you first meet somebody and y'all getting to know each other, yeah, it's all fun and games. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning, like, you feel like, oh, hey, we just getting to know each other. This is fun. Until stuff get real and feelings get caught. And don't let that person get triggered. Okay? Next thing you know, now they're thinking about in the back of their mind how promiscuous you are. And you may not very well be a promiscuous person, but you got to think about this. When someone first meets you, they don't have enough context about your life and who you are to be able to say, oh, well, she may have, you know, cheated. Let's just use that as an example on her ex. But she's a good person, yada, yada, yada. No, this person don't know that you're a good person. They haven't known you long enough. So therefore, all they're thinking about, oh, you gonna cheat then. That means you're going to cheat. No, that's what that person is thinking about, okay? So that is too much. I'm going to tell you, a lot of us, or a lot of y'all that's in the dating scene is talking yourself out of a relationship. I've had plenty of men who's done that with me, y'all. Like, I'm going to give you a little tip, okay? When it comes to dating and meeting new people, do the least amount of talking as you can. Let that person talk more than you, okay? Make it a dialogue. You need to be going back and forth having conversation, but please, 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 please do not overshare. Share bits and pieces. Keep it as ABC basic as you can. You got to think about it. The average person loves talking about themselves. They love to talk about themselves. So if you let someone talk long enough, they're going to share some vital information that you need to know that'll help you dictate whether or not you want to move forward with this person. That is why I'm telling you that you do not need to be talking too much and telling too much information, because I personally do it myself. I don't know you from a can of paint. So if you telling me that, hey, I used to on Friday nights, boy, I used to love to post up with my homeboys at the club and we just get toe up all night and come home drunk, or whatever you telling me, you know what I'm saying? And you ain't put no time frame on it. This is just what you said that you love to do. In my mind, I'm like, okay, well, I already know I don't want a man who gets drunk, gets toe up, and be out in the middle of the night. So I'm already Xing you out. I'm not thinking about the fact that you might be a new, different individual with me. I'm just thinking about what you told me, okay? And let's just, and the reason again why I call it too much, because again, like, This may not be your story now. This may not be you. You know what I'm saying? You may want to turn and change it to somebody totally different, but you have already eliminated yourself off top just with that piece of information, okay? So sex, yes, definitely sex. The next thing is talking about your exes and your past relationships, okay? Okay. If you are dating and you're meeting someone new, y'all, I'm going to say stay away from talking about exes. Stay away from talking about exes. Stay away from why it did not work out, okay? Do not talk about it, okay? Please. I know people, whenever you're dating, the first thing somebody asks is, so what happened to your ex? Why that didn't work out? And we love to start shooting off all kind of stuff and what they did to you and what they did wrong, okay? 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be clear, we're not talking about what we did wrong, first of all. No, we're not going to talk about what we did wrong. But understand this, okay? Depending on what you say, that person may very well use that against you. Let's say, hey, you tell this person, oh, my ex, he was cheating on me and he came in at all times of the night, and oh, but I don't know why he cheated on me, because I was holding him down. I was paying all the bills. He didn't have to want for nothing. If you tell that man that you're dating that you was holding that man down and paying all the bills, okay? God forbid he's a vulture. All he hear is, ooh, she gonna pay the bills. I ain't gotta work with her. Okay, you better believe he about to cling on to you, because all he knows is that you're the type that's going to pay the bills. And he could cheat on you and you may possibly stick around and stay, depending on what you tell him, okay? That's all I'm saying. So that, be careful on what you're talking about when it comes to your exes. Also, you don't want to get to the point where you're talking too much about your ex. You don't want to talk about how hurt you are from your ex, how bad they did you, because if you make the conversation too focused on your ex, then that's going to look like you almost want that relationship back, and it's going to make the other person feel like, I'm a rebound. I'm just a rebound, baby. You're not over your ex yet. We don't want to give that impression. You know what I'm saying? So that is why that is too much. I mean, it ain't even got to be an ex, y'all. Like, even if it's like a baby mama or a baby daddy, okay? Let's say you get with a man and all he talking about is his baby mama this. Oh, she this. She ain't S-H-I-T. Okay, I understand you're venting because she may have you on child support. But when you get to the point where this is a consistent conversation, bro, I'm going to start asking, like, I'm going to start thinking, are you still smashing your baby mama? That is going to be something that is in the back of my mind. And a lot of times that is the case. When a man is giving off vibes that he is still attached to his baby mama, or even a woman is still attached to her baby daddy emotionally, but they're trying to mask it as if they hate the person, it's because there's still something tied. There's a tie there, okay? There's still some kind of tie there. The tie, of course, is the child, but when I say tie, I mean there's something even deeper than that, y'all, okay? So I didn't make a list today because those are one of those things, those top things in my mind that people are oversharing and telling too much about. But another thing that could be considered too much, y'all, is your finances, your money, your credit situation. Now, those are things that you do need to talk about whenever you do, join a union with someone. You do want to talk about credit. Because we don't want someone with bad credit. Let's just be clear. We don't want anyone with bad credit, okay? But when you're first meeting someone and you know that your credit is trash or whatever, I wouldn't go off hollering what my credit score is. And it's not like you're going to tell them your credit score, but a lot of people, they'll say, yeah, I got bad credit, so yeah, you don't want to tell nobody on the first date you got bad credit, okay? And you don't want to do that because in the midst of getting to know that person, you could be working on your credit, okay? That way they will never have to know that you were horrible with your credit. Your spending habits, your money. I had a guy, for God's sakes, actually asked for my number. We started talking, and he had the nerve to tell me how he's struggling and how broke he is. Men, that is oversharing. That is too much information. First of all, why would you even do that? First of all, but if a man does, if you are a man and you don't know better, then I don't know what to say. Maybe that was manipulation. Yeah, I don't know what his motive was, but I'm just gonna say this: whether it's men or women, I will not go into the situation talking about your financial situation and how you're from job to job and how you keep losing jobs, etc. Yada yada yada. That's just too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say you always want to be real, but those examples I gave you are being too real. You want to keep conversation surface level. You want to only speak of the positive when you're dating. You do not, again, want to speak on negativity. Let's just keep it simple. Let's just talk about positivity, the things that would make you look good. Now, that's not saying glorify yourself or boast yourself up. I'm not saying that. But if you are going to share something that's a positive for you, that's going to give you a point. Because we love to talk about ourselves. I know we want to feel like I can be myself with this person. Keep in mind, you don't know each other like that yet. You don't know each other like that yet. You got to know each other first, your personalities first, okay? Now, when it comes to you actually being established in that particular relationship, let's say a year don't went by or such and such, I would say this: your partner becomes your best friend, okay? So yes, you are going to share a little bit more than normal, but I'm going to say this: even when it comes to that, there's still a sense of too much, okay? I personally wouldn't share childhood traumas as much. Like, if you have something that happened to you in your life that was very traumatizing, that's created post-traumatic stress for you, that is something you may want to leave for your husband or your wife. I'm just going to be honest. That's just me personally, because I mean, to me, the boyfriend girlfriend thing, y'all, for me, just be feeling real temporary. It be feeling too temporary, and I just don't want to, like, you know, break up with you and now I'm feeling some type of way because I don't told you about all my childhood traumas and what don't happen to me as a child, and I don't know who you gonna tell. So, I mean, even with that, y'all, I mean, and then pictures, all the pictures that people be sharing of themselves. Like, I hate when men be like, oh, send me a picture. And then some girls be sharing, like, all kind of pictures of themselves, their body. And let's just be clear, when that man has just met you, he like those pictures. He love them. But when he get in a relationship with you, okay, he gonna think about the naked pictures that you sent to him real quick without him having to work for it. And trust and believe, he gonna think that you with the ish, like you capable. Okay, you capable. So y'all, like, that's all I gotta say. I think I'm missing some more stuff, but I didn't want to like fire off everything. Okay, I got majority of what I needed to say. Yes, again, there's a sense of being real and being too real. Okay, I love what Dave Chappelle had, that with keeping it real goes bad. Yeah, that's a thing. With keeping it real goes bad. Okay, so if you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more videos like this, y'all, where I just be kind of more candid and talking about all kind of different stuff, please be sure you follow the channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. And guess what? I'm gonna see you in the next video. I hope you guys have a blessed and a purpose-filled day. Bye-bye.